Near the end of this video, guys, I'm going to be showing in-game raid footage of me showing the rotation, and I will have a tutorial just before that, so make sure you don't quit halfway through the video. Make sure you stay right till the end if you want to see how good this rotation actually is. Enjoy the vid. What is up, guys, and welcome to my 4.3 Rogue PvE guide, which will be showing you how to maximize your DPS whilst playing the Rogue class. This is all going to be done in the combat spec, so feel free to switch over to that. Alright, so this guide's going to cover your basic gemming, your basic weapon enchantments, your talents and your glyphs, and the DPS rotation that we're going to be using. And with this rotation we'll be able to easily hit about 25k DPS depending on your gear. Well, now that said, let's move on to the guide. Enjoy it, guys, and feel free to leave a comment, rate it and subscribe if you enjoyed the vid, and let's get on with it. Alright, so this is a quick look at the spec I'm using. Pretty much have a look here. 31 in combat, 3 in subtlety, and 7 on assassination. Feel free to pause the video here and have a look at the talents. I'm going to try put this in the description as well so you can have a look. My glyphs here, for the prime I use Adrenaline Rush, Sinister Strike, and Slice and Dice. Although Slice and Dice can be replaced with the Glyph of Revealing Strike depending kind of on your preferential. For major, quite a few of these are preferential, but I like to use Tricks of the Trade, Glyph of Blade Flurry, and the Glyph of Feint. I probably think the Glyph of Blade Flurry is a must. This is really nice. And a minor, to be honest, I don't really care. I don't really waste my money on these minor glyphs. You don't really need anything out of here, but feel free to do anything you want from the minor glyphs. So that's the look here at glyphs and your talents. As I said, feel free to pause on here and the link will be in the description. Alright, moving on. Okay, so onto the stats. Agility is your main stat. You want to try get as much of this as possible as it can't be reforged into. Then you want the 8% melee hit. This will make sure your special attacks hit on the boss target. Then you want 26 expertise. What this does is it makes sure it eliminates the chance that your attacks will be blocked or parried. And then you want haste. This is the main one. I reforge into any crit or mastery. I reforge into haste. This increases your energy regeneration and it increases the time between your attacks. Then you want the 17% spell hit. This is to make sure that your poisons hit on the target. And then mastery and crit, which you don't need too much on. If you're going to reforge one away though, get rid of crit and reforge to whatever you need. Alright, moving on. Okay, so for your gems, what you want will be, for the yellow socket, a deft ember topaz or a deft lava coral. Those are the 4.2 or 4.3 gem. For blue socket, you either want to have the glinting demon's eye for 4.2 or a glinting shadow spinal for 4.3. For the red socket, a delicate inferno ruby for 4.2 or a delicate queen's garnet for 4.3. And last, for your meta socket, you just want to have the agile shadow spirit diamond. Okay, so for your weapon enchantments, you want to have landslide on both of your weapons, which gives you a chance for 1000 plus attack power for 12 seconds. Alright, now, so as far as your weapons go here, you've got two choices. If you have the legendary daggers or the stage 1 or 2 in the legendary daggers, you probably want to use them because they give a bonus here on Sinister Strike and Revealing Strike for 45%, which are 2 of your main attacks. The Fear and Vengeance daggers or the legendaries are 1.8 and 1.4, although normally for a combat rogue, if you don't have the daggers or normally, you'd want to have an axe or a mace or a sword, which must have an agility, must be an agility weapon. with the speed of about 2.6 or 2.8, around there. You want a nice slow whipping so you can just smash the target's face and something like that. But the legendary daggers or the stage 1 or 2 daggers are an exception to the rule. So if you can't get your hands on them, just use a nice slow agility axe or mace. Also, on your weapons, what you want to be using is instant poison on the main hand, and then deadly poison on your offhand weapon. Alright, now into the rotation. So there's kind of 2 types of rotations, the same concept, but just one if you're versing more than one boss or maybe a mob. Then what you want to do is use Blade Flurry, which I have active here, which will let you cleave an additional target, although your energy will be reduced. But that's alright, you'll still do a huge amount of damage. And the exact rotation is the same, just you'll have Blade Flurry up. Then if you're versing a boss, you want to take Blade Flurry down and just leave that off. But, so what your main rotation is you want to use Sinister Strike as your main combo builder. And you want to hit the target, and at about 3 to 5 combo points, what you want to do is get up a Slice and Dice, and you always want to have your Slice and Dice going. Don't let it run off. This will drop your DPS if you let it run off at all. Once you have that up as well, you want to use Sinister Strike to 4 combo points, and then use a Revealing Strike to give you your 5th combo point, which what this does is it gives you an insight into the target's defenses, and then you want to use Eviscerate. Eviscerate after Revealing Strike. Always Eviscerate when you have 5 combo points. What I sometimes do is I use Revealing Strike to build my first combo point, because if you do use Revealing Strike at 5 combo points, it's actually a DPS loss. You want to use it at 4. So I use it at 1 usually, so then I Sinister Strike to 5 and then use my Eviscerate. Here I'll give you a little look of what it looks like. Here's my rotation, and this is on an 85 training dummy. Right, let's go. Right, opening up with Sinister Strike here. And then, okay, Slice and Dice. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to use my Revealing Strike. 5 combo points, Eviscerate. Same again. Revealing Strike's already up. 5 points, Eviscerate. Same again. See, I've got these add-ons here showing that's my Revealing Strike, this is my Slice and Dice. Make sure that doesn't fall off the target. Revealing Strike. I'm going to keep that up. Now I'm going to re-get my Slice and Dice up there again. Now I'm just going to continue with this rotation. It's really not that hard. It's quite an easy rotation to do. Revealing Strike, and then Eviscerate at 5 combo points. As you can see there, here's a look at my DPS and what I did. I was peaking at 40k DPS there. Although this is on a training dummy and that was with some of my cooldowns, but still 40k DPS is a lot. And considering the fact that I'm not a full geared rogue guy, that I'm geared well, but not extremely well. So 40k DPS is a lot, and you're not even doing that much DPS. Alright, now just some tips and tricks for you guys. Our 2 main cooldowns are Adrenaline Rush and Killing Spree. Something I just thought I might tell you. I've used a macro here to combine Adrenaline Rush and my push to use 397 trinket. This is the Valor one which you can buy. And what it does is increases my agility by 2,200 for 15 seconds. So when I use my Adrenaline Rush, I combine it with the trinket to really maximize my DPS. And now what Killing Spree is, this is a very nice effect as well. It steps through the shadows to enemies within 10 yards and attacks them and does damage on them. I'll just give you a little show here. It's very nice to use on more than one, although it can be used on one as well. Still a great damage deal. Here, let me show you here. What it does, just jumps through there and it hits heaps of targets there, and it really just it's beautiful and nice when you're versing a big mob. See, that was my initial target and I ended up over here and I put some damage on him. So that's also very nice. Here, a little trick what you want to do with your Killing Spree is it's best to use it, I find, when your energy is quite low. The reason being is if you're on about 10 or 20 energy and you use your Killing Spree, is that by the time you come out of Killing Spree, it doesn't use a lot of energy, so it doesn't use any energy. So by the time you come out, you'll almost be at full energy again, 90 to 100 energy, which is a very nice to come out, and it will maximize your DPS. Alright guys, so here I am in the 10-man normal mode of Morchok. We actually 9-manned this because Morchok is definitely one of the easier bosses. But let's just have a little look here. See, as soon as I gain combo points, I immediately get a slice and dice of about 30 seconds there. Then what I do, I get to 5 combo points, get to 4 actually, and then 5 I use my revealing strike and then eviscerate. That's your basic rotation there. That's pretty much all you need to do. See, I've done that again, 5 combo points, revealing strike. As you can see here, I'm using a revealing strike at the beginning, so I'm popping my offensive cooldowns, and I don't want to miss my revealing strike and do it on 5 combo points because that's a DPS loss. As you can see here, I'm top of the DPS meters at the moment, just showing the DPS of the rogue. See, as you can see in here, I'm always keeping my slice and dice up, and if it does fall off, it only falls off for about 1 to 2 seconds. I don't know if you saw there me using my killing spree while I was at low energy, and the moment I came back out I was right up at top high energy. And as you can see here on the recount, top of the DPS, 27 to 30k DPS on the normal mode of Morchok. Alright, so the last thing I just want to say is the add-ons that I mainly use. I use 2 really. One's Deadly Boss Mods, that just tells you the fight and everything, not really about combat rogue that you should have for all classes. Another is Tell Me When, and this was the thing that was showing me the cooldown on my revealing strike and slice and dice. You just need to set it up, and this is really easy, but it really helps a lot. Well, that pretty much concludes my 4.3 PvE combat road guide. Gotta thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helps you out. If you guys are interested in PvP, feel free to check my PvP guide. Link is on screen, feel free to click that and check that out if you haven't seen it. Really thanks for watching the video. I'd appreciate it if you gave it a like and a favorite, and if you really enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel where I'll be doing similar videos to this. Well, stay tuned for more, guys. If I've left anything out, feel free to comment into the description, send me a PM, and I'll help you out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.